And the home team today will be the Lutheran Crusaders. Starting in numerical order, a senior, 5'10", wearing 11, Cody Fanning. A junior at 6'2", wearing number 20, Hunter Ensel. A 6-foot senior wearing number 22, Chris Merle. A senior at 6 feet tall wearing number 30, Zach Reed. And a 6'8" senior wearing number 33, Jake Voigtman. The Crusaders are coached by Brad Jackson.
The officials for this game are John McAvoy, Doug Strom, and Bob Engel. And we have to get them out of here in timely fashion. They have to do a game in Quincy later tonight. I suspect they'll make it with no problem.
Take it easy on 72, though.
Quentin Winder, Justin Tourneau, Darren Price, Christian Sweatman, and Clayton Whitlock for Calvary. Cody Fanning, Hunter Ansel, Chris Merrill, Zach Reed, and Jake Voigtman. Big Jake, 6'8", in the middle for Lutheran.
A good matchup of centers. Whitlock, 6'7", sophomore, averaging 15 to lead Calvary. Voigtman is averaging 11.4 for Lutheran. Second high on the team to the fine shooting guard, Cody Fanning, who's averaging 14.4. The big guys step on opposite side of official Doug Strom, and the tap is controlled by Sweatman and Calvary. Over on the right side to Tourneau. Lutheran sets up in a matchup zone. Sweatman has it on the left side, steps on the three-point line, and hits a long two for an early 2-0 Calvary lead. Sweatman is playing through an ankle sprain. He had a good game last night in Calvary's comeback win over Kincaid, which also had been undefeated in the MSM. Voigtman has the ball top of the key for Lutheran, hands off to Fanning. Works the dribble left against a Calvary man, down the lane, kicks it back out to Merle. On the wing right to Reed, dribbles in, his pass goes off the foot of the defender Clayton Whitlock, and Lutheran will re-inbound the ball down 2-0.
John McAvoy and Doug Strom.
Or Strom.
Doug.
Yeah.
Veteran official, Doug. Merle with the ball. A set shot out of the left side is good for 2 points.
Oh, they're going to give him 2. Okay.
The officials had a little indecision as they looked at one another, but Chris Merle, who averages 5, gets credit for 2, and we're tied at 2 a minute in. Sweatman has the ball against the Lutheran zone. It's a 2-1-2. The big guys are playing each other man for man. Sweatman drives in, had his shot partially deflected. The rebound by Whitlock won't go in traffic. This one's picked up by Winder, and he nudges it in over the front of the rim. 5'11" senior Quentin Winder has had a good career at Calvary. He averages a shade under 10. Here's a long three fading away off the left side for Fanning. He hit the deck, but no whistle as he was defended by Winder and missed the shot. Winder the rebound. Saints up 4-2, come to forecourt. They get it low to Whitlock into the corner to the left-hander Darren Price. He angles towards the basket and throws it off the side of the rim, no good. A battle for the ball. Ansel down to the court to retrieve it with good hustle for Lutheran. Chris Merle, who started his high school career at Sacred Heart Griffin, brings it to forecourt, gives it up to Zach Reed, over to Fanning on the left side. High on the right side to Voigtman, low pass to Reed with a good catch as it went off his shoe tops. Reed dribbles to the free throw line, gets it out to Fanning, top of the key. Into the right corner to Merle, sets up for a three. This time it's off the rim, no good. And Price clears for Calvary. 2 minutes in, 4-2 Saints. Price goes coast to coast, good bounce pass low to Winder. He spins around, draws the foul, throws it back up over his head, no good, but Winder will shoot 2. 6-foot senior Zach Reed of Lutheran called for this game's first foul. Calvary on his 6-game winning streak at 8-3, and Winder's free throws on the rim and around and no good.
That is unusual. Winder 11 of 14 now with free throws.
Good free throw shooting team at 70%. God, he missed the second one as well, and Reed has the tipped rebound off Voigtman's hands for Lutheran. 6:45 to play first quarter, 4-2 Calvary. And Lutheran heads towards the basket to our right. We are courtside at the Convention Center. Voigtman with the ball against Whitlock one-on-one. He's called for throwing an elbow. Offensive foul, Jake Voigtman clearing out with the off arm. John McAvoy made the call. This is a veteran local officiating crew. These guys worked their way up to a super sectional last year. We wouldn't be surprised to see them in Peoria at season's end.
See, they worked the Super at the Bowl last March, did
Right,
they not?
yep,
Yeah.
the one that Lewistown won over Madison.
Right.
Here's Sweatman getting a pass from Torno, driving in from the right side. He's fouled on the floor before he attempts a shot.
These guys are going to officiate in Quincy tonight when Neuqua Valley plays the Blue Devils. It's one of those cases where the Blue Devils will not be favored.
Oh, they're having a tough year, aren't they?
Yeah, the Neuqua Valley team is really good.
Yeah, they're out of Naperville. A couple of big schools. Foul is on Ansel. No free throws. The ball low to Whitlock. Blocked but fouled by Voigtman, and that's 2 on Big Jake for Lutheran.
So advantage Whitlock at both ends of the floor in the matchup with the Lutheran big man, Jake Voigtman. Jake's 6'8", Clayton Whitlock is a 6'7", and Whitlock is sending Voigtman to the bench early.
Taylor Shirley will come on for Voigtman in between the 2 free throws for Whitlock. And the 6'7" sophomore kind of one-hands it. He lets go of the basketball with his left hand as he shoots the free throw, but he rims it in.
2/3 the made free throws so far this season for Whitlock.
Got to have strong hands to do it that way. It's kind of a push shot with one hand as he lets go of it with the left. Second free throw no good, and the rebound is cleared by the man who just entered, Shirley, for Lutheran. 5-2 Saints, 5:10 to go in the first quarter. Auburn ran up 93 points and won the first game of this shootout 93-56 over Franklin. Hunter Ansel with a 3 off the right side for Lutheran. Ties the game at 5. And Torno, against no pressure, dribbled the ball off his knee and out of bounds as he was crossing half court. Gets a quick word of encouragement from Phil Brown, the 7th-year Calvary head coach. Phil's won 109 games during his time at Calvary.
I like Phil Brown a lot. He is
nice
terrific,
guy.
And a terrific coach.
Zach Reed, a 3 for the lead for Lutheran out of the right corner. No good. Winder the rebound, and the Saints have numbers. 3-on-2 ahead to Torno. Deflected pass. Good catch from Price. He went behind his head to make the grab, then moved the ball to his right hand for the layup, and Price has 2, and Calvary has a 7-5 lead.
Darren Price averaging about 12.5 a game for Calvary.
Fanning, though, hits a 3 from just right of center. He is a very good outside shooter, and Cody Fanning gives Lutheran an 8-7 lead.
Fanning averaging better than 14 a game for Lutheran.
Here's a lob down on the block to Whitlock. He's got a big size advantage over Shirley, but missed, and then Whitlock went over Shirley's back. That's good defense and good rebounding position for Taylor Shirley, the Lutheran reserve.
Midway through the first quarter, game 2 of the 7 varsity games in the Athletic Care Sports Radio 1450 shootout today. Calvary and Lutheran shooting it out in the noon hour.
8-7 lead for the Crusaders of Lutheran. Halfway through the quarter, good pass to Merle for the layup from Shirley.
Beautifully done.
Chris came in off the left side to score that basket, and it's a 10-7 lead for Lutheran. Now driving in, a one-handed shot for Christian Sweatman is good off the right side, making it 10-9. So Lutheran has a quick basket from Merle, followed by Sweatman hitting at the other end, making it a one-point game again. Merle sends a low to Shirley around Whitlock, who kind of has to let him go. Swats at the ball, missed the block, but the shot is missed by Shirley. And the rebound comes down to Darren Price for Calvary. Over to Sweatman, a left side 2 is off the right side of the rim, no good. Battle for the rebound, knocked out of bounds, and it will go to Lutheran. 6'3" sophomore Colin Mingo is in for Calvary, along with Zach Camille, another sophomore at 5'8" for the Saints. 3:25 to go in the first quarter. Lutheran, the home team in this game. It does count in the MSM standings, and Calvary right now is 5-0 and atop the league. A carry of the basketball by Fanning out front as he started to drive. And the ball goes over to the Saints, who are in their traveling blue. They played their first game in almost 3 weeks last night. Used a big fourth quarter comeback to beat Kincaid 62-58. Phil Brown said they played 5 good minutes.
Was in the little gym at Calvary.
They played those 5 good minutes at the right time.
Yeah,
they outscored
sure
Kincaid by 13 in the fourth quarter. Entry pass for Whitlock, lost it, collected again, missed from right of the rim, taps the rebound to himself, yanked away by Shirley. Shirley headmans to Fanning. One-on-one with Camille, gets to the basket, banks it up, no good, but a foul.
That Fanning is a spark plug. He gets up and down the floor in a hurry. Tough kid. Cody Fanning of Springfield Lutheran.
He's quick. 5'10" senior. That 3 he made earlier this quarter was his 25th of the year. And to the free throw line where Fanning shoots them very well, 80%, and he hits. very confident shooting stroke for Fanning.
Lutheran won 2, lost 2 at the Williamsville Christmas tournament.
Second free throw good for Fanning as well.
Calvary used to play at Williamsville at Christmas, but...
Yeah, they got out of it when they got to the MSM last year, and they may get back into it next year. Here's Whitlock missing down on the low block, and Shirley has the rebound for Lutheran. He's done a nice job coming in for Voigtman.
4 boards already.
12-9 lead for Lutheran, 2.5 minutes to go first quarter. Fanning with the dribble out front, gives to Reed, slides down the lane, falling down, he put it up and in.
Had to switch hands with the ball as he went inside, and Zach Reed, 6-foot senior, gets a deuce for Lutheran.
Got a whistle, an offensive foul with Lutheran on top 14-9. The Saints on a moving screen and a shove with the off arm. I believe they got Mingo.
Yeah. Colin Mingo, 6'3" soft, called for that foul.
Now the board says Whitlock, and that's what Hawk announced.
That's good enough for me.
So it's 33, not 32. Whitlock second, and they'll have to get him out of the game.
And they just realized that, and out he goes. And in his place, Jesse Hinckley. Stocky 6-foot junior for the Saints.
Yeah, he's bulky, but he's 7 inches shorter than the man he replaces. Both of the centers with 2 early fouls. Fanning skips to the basket from the right side and banks it in. 7 for Cody Fanning, and the lead is 7 for Lutheran, 16-9. 2 minutes to go first quarter. Tourneau dribbles to the right side. Bounces to Mingo on the left wing. Dribbles in on Shirley. Good feed low to Camille, who missed off the rim. Rebound put back up around and in by Colin Mingo.
Boy, he's a lanky kid. 6'3" sophomore Colin Mingo had to kind of change directions with his shot attempt to bank it in correctly from the right side of the basket.
And a throwaway by Fanning. Reed was cutting towards the basket on the left wing. The pass was behind him and out of bounds. Christian Bernard comes on for the Crusaders, a 6'6" senior. Lutheran's got some height.
Kid is listed at 205. He's dropped a few pounds since they weighed him for the roster.
No, he and Oprah.
It's not 205.
He's dieting with Oprah.
He's about 185, maybe.
Mingo with the ball on the right side for Calvary. A minute 30 to go first quarter. The Saints down 16-11. Gives to Sweatman. Sweatman, who tentatively plans to attend Lake Forest Academy next year. That's one of the teams we'll see this afternoon. His older brother Cameron went there before he walked on at Bradley. Christian Sweatman with the ball right side, pulls in for a 15-footer off the side of the rim, no good. Rebound battled for, saved by Hinckley. Back out to Sweatman. He's going to try a 3 off the right side that is no good. This ball slammed to the floor in the rebound exchange, and Lutheran will get it as the ball goes out of bounds.
Less than a minute to go here in the first quarter. Earlier game today was won by Auburn. They won comfortably over Franklin. And here it's a 16-11 lead for Lutheran in the late stages of the first quarter, leading Calvary.
Fanning with 7 early points, brings it up across the timeline, guarded by Camille, gets a pick but doesn't shoot. Now he gets it back from a teammate, and he will pop a 3 and line drive it in.
Good first quarter for Cody Fanning, the Lutheran senior.
Set up by a return pass by Taylor Shirley. 19-11 Lutheran. Sweatman from the high post left, a runner won't go. The rebound is tapped into the hands of Shirley, who's had a big rebounding game off the bench. And the Crusaders will play for 1 shot, as called out by their head coach Brad Jackson. Handoff is to Cash Wingert, a 5'11 senior. His older brother Chase played at Springfield High a couple of years back.
And then later at Lutheran.
Cash Wingert has it on the right side, gives it to Fanning in the jump ball circle with 9. 8-point lead for Lutheran. 6 seconds. Fanning one-on-one around Camille. A runner in the lane off the back iron, no good. Bernard the rebound. He was stripped from the backcourt winder. They're going to say that shot got off too late. And it rolled off the rim in any event. So a good first quarter for Lutheran. They lead Calvary 19-11. At the Sports Radio 1450 Athletic Care St. John's Hospital Shootout. Back in a minute.
Baxter, it's going to be another late night.
Billing time, sir?
Yes, but don't worry. I'll let you go in time for dinner at the Sunrise Cafe, 2nd and South Grand, right?
Yes, sir.
You seem cheerful.
Of course, Mr. Featherstein. The Sunrise Cafe has new hours from 6 a.m. till 8 p.m.
8 p.m.? So why so happy? Is it Hamburger Dan's fresh-to-order burgers? Or is it those grilled onions? Maybe it's those hand-scooped milkshakes.
Oh, I love them all, sir. But if you're letting me go in time to catch the sunrise, I'm going home early. Sunrise, here I come.
A swipe of a card. It's the quickest way to pay for things. At Town & Country Bank, we want to make sure that your business has the latest technology and that the technology saves you money. Call Mary Ann Jackson at 787-3100 to find out how your company can accept credit cards, debit cards, and online purchases. And with Town & Country Bank, it all happens locally. Town & Country Bank, the latest technology, isn't so out of reach anymore. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
On to the second quarter in the shootout at the center. It's Lutheran 19, Calvary 11.
10 early points for Cody Fanning. He's got the ball at the head of the key. They work it on the right side to Wingert for Lutheran. Pass into traffic at the high post, taken away by Winder with good hustle. He went down to the floor. Couldn't stay in bounds, though, as he slid across the sideline with the ball. Back it goes to Lutheran. Crusaders had a good run the last few minutes of that first quarter. Lead it here by 8. Work it on the left side. Got it to Bernard, but he had the pass go off his hands. It was thrown by Shirley, taken away by Calvary. Sweatman, stop and go drive in on the right side. Throws up the runner, no good. And the rebound collected this time by Ansel for Lutheran. 7:25 to go in the first half. Calvary 8-3 on a 6-game winning streak. Played their first game in almost 3 weeks last night and won. Lutheran was idle. Comes in at 9-7. Fanning on the right side to Bernard on the baseline. Cross-court pass over to Wingert. Baseline to Ansel. Drives in on the left side. In traffic on the rim. No good. Bernard had his hands on the rebound. It's tapped away, and Calvary comes out of there with Tourneau coming up with the ball for the Saints. They come to the forecourt and could use a basket. They've been on a bit of a scoring drought. Sweatman, a push pass to Whitlock, who has re-entered with 2 fouls, and he is fouled from behind. Nobody say anything. Bernard called for his first foul. And the 5th on Lutheran, so no free throws. 6:52 to go. Zach Reed re-enters for Lutheran. Pass off the hands of Whitlock. Bounces out to Winder, who misses a jumper off the left side. Reed battles Tourneau for the rebound, and Reed comes out of there with it. Z-A-C-H, Zach Reed, left-hander on the dribble, gives to Fanning. Lutheran trying to build their lead to 10 points or more. Into the corner it goes to Wingert. Back out to Merle, who has re-entered. At a guard position, Chris Merle, good outside shooter, guarded by Quentin Winder. Good dump pass, low from Merle to Wingert, missed from right of the rim. And the rebound comes down to Price for Calvary. Dribbling through 3, and now 4 Lutheran players, but he couldn't get past the last one and lost the ball. Fanning on the run out back the other way. Neither team has scored this period. It's 19-11 Crusaders as they slow it up 2 minutes into the second quarter. Lob intended for Bernard, taken away by Winder on a good jump. Headman's for Tourneau. He shovels to Price, the trailer, who missed the layup off the left side but was fouled.
Foul number 2 on Christian Bernard of Lutheran, B-E-N-A-D. Foul number 2, and 2 free throws coming for Darren Price. Price, about an 80%er at the foul line this season. He's a good player, averages about 12.5 a game.
Now, it seems like he's been around forever, and he's just a junior. And he leaves that one well short. Averages 12.4.
It's the building. Kids just aren't used to shooting a background like this. You know, they play a game in the little Calvary gym last night, or play in the smaller gyms they do, and then they come in here, you got those wide open spaces behind the basket. Just takes some getting used to, and they only have a few minutes to shoot before the game.
Price does hit the second free throw. He's got 3 points early, averaging 12-4. And it's 19-12 Lutheran with 5:55 to go second quarter. And Brad Jackson wants a 30-second timeout. The Lutheran coach calls it at their bench with his team up 19-12, back in half a minute.
You can take for granted the quality work we do.
On time, within budget, and quality work. If these are the results you'd like to see with your next construction project, call Carpenters Local 16 for a list of qualified and dependable contractors. Carpenters Local 16 members are highly skilled professionals that are trained to handle your next construction project, big or small. Call Carpenters Local 16 for a list of the best.
Rent Carpenters Local 16.
Lutheran and Calvary playing the noon hour game here at the Shootout at the center. Later on at 1:30, Peoria Woodruff and Chatham Glenwood. The game tips at 1:30. We'll have it here 3 p.m. game, Sacred Heart Griffin Metamora. 4:30, Bloomington and Lake Forest Academy. At 6, Lanphier and East Aurora. And at 7:30 tonight, Peoria High versus Southeast.
Calvary packs it into a 2-3 zone. Fanning from just right of center tried to shoot them out of it and missed, but Shirley follows up with a rebound and a basket.
Boy, he's playing great. Talking about Taylor Shirley, 6'1" senior for the Crusaders of Springfield Lutheran.
And they lead by 9 again, 21-12. Price off the left side, 4-3. It was online, but well short.
It's the building.
Hinckley tried to save in the rebound, and he did with a nice play, slamming it off a Lutheran player out of bounds. Yeah, there's definitely an issue with depth perception for the teams, especially early on in their games, and now Calvary wants to call a timeout of their own. 5:28 to go, second quarter, 21-12 lead for Lutheran over Calvary. Will be back in 30 seconds.
Today, Gary learned that some weeks every day is a Monday, that his employees tend to get sick at the same time, and ink stains ties.
Why won't this come out? I have a meeting in 15 minutes.
Owning a business creates enough challenges, and sometimes life makes it even harder. You need a financial partner that understands your unique needs and puts your life at ease. Stop in a branch near you or visit bankwithbos.com to learn more about how BOS can help you. Member FDIC.
Here we go, back to the action at the center with 5:28 remaining first half. Springfield Calvary and Springfield Lutheran, and Lutheran with the lead, 21-12.
This is the second time in the shootout for each of these teams. Lutheran played in the last one in December of 06 and beat Pawnee 48-42. Winder drives in left side and misses from 10 feet, and the rebound is cleared by that reserve Taylor Shirley, who's done a wonderful job.
7 boards already off the bench.
Coming in for Voigtman, who got in early foul trouble with 2. Reed at the head of the key, circles it to Merle on the right side. Low to Shirley, a runner. That one was a low percentage shot, and it rolled off the rim to Sweatman of Calvary. Saints to forecourt. Sweatman, stop-and-go drive from 10. A pull-up from out front is good. He is very good on changing his tempo as he dribbles the basketball.
Well, he struggled a little with the shot, now 3 of 9, but if he gets it together, he can pour them in.
21-14, Lutheran by 7. Ansel misses a jumper off the left wing from 17. Rebound Price. He'll try to go coast to coast. They cut him off at the three-point line, so he brings it back out to Tourneau. A wide-open 3, no good off the right side, and another rebound for Shirley. He's getting them all. Headman's to Fanning. A no-look pass, batted back into his face by Tourneau, or it would have been a layup. Fanning reloads as the ball was redirected to him. Into the corner, Merle. Onto the baseline to Ansel. Great spin move, fouled by Whitlock as he got to the basket. That'll be Clayton Whitlock's third.
Phil Brown took a gamble after Whitlock picked up a second foul, brought him back in the first quarter. And here with 4:19 remaining in the first half, Clayton Whitlock, 6'7" sophomore, is probably going to have to exit for the rest of the half.
Ansel is 64% free throw shooter. Throws that one off the rim, no good.
Out goes Whitlock, and back in comes Colin Mingo, a 6'3" slender sophomore for Calvary. They're already down 7. And at the free throw line, Ansel tries to make it even wider.
This one's no good off the back iron. Sweatman battles Merle for the rebound, and Sweatman comes up with it for the Saints. Football score at the moment, 21-14 lead for Lutheran. Sweatman throws a runner off. He was well defended by Fanning and missed that shot, and the rebound comes down to Ansel for Lutheran. Sweatman now 3 of 10 from the field. Reed, right side, thought briefly about a 3, but pulls it down against the Calvary zone. Left sideline to Fanning in front of the Calvary bench. Circles his dribble to the top of the key and gives to Chris Merle. Murrill. Now Reed with the ball over to Fanning, looking through the teeth of the zone on the left side. Skip pass to Merle, declines a 3, steps in, scoops it, no, fouled, and Merle will shoot 2.
Quentin Winder reached out and tried to prevent his progress to the basket. Thought that scoop shot was going to go in, but it rolled off, and free throws for Chris Murrill. A little over half his free throws have gone in this season.
And the first one is no good long. Everybody seems to be long on the missed free throws. Tyler Mulhall, a 6'3" sophomore, has entered, so Calvary's gone deep off the bench. Zach Camille re-enters.
How do any of these kids eat? Skinny.
Hinckley.
Yes, well.
He's the exception that proves the rule. Yeah. Second free throw is short. Camille went up high to get the rebound, and then he got undercut and clobbered. Yeah, there are a lot of slender builds.
Skinny tall on the Calvary roster.
No, they're all dieting with Oprah this year.
Is that it?
I guess.
Yeah.
1 and bonus for Camille. That's the 7th team foul on Lutheran. They called it on Merle, his first individually. Zach spells his first name Z-A-C. And the 5'8" sophomore, who is slender of build, sends it towards the basket, and that one is long. Reed has the rebound for Lutheran. 21-14 Crusaders. Not much scoring here in the second quarter. It was 19-11 at the end of one. 3:25 to go in the period. Reed on the point. Calvary staring him down in the middle of the 2-3 zone. Bounce pass on the right side to Merle. Along the lane, got it low to Shirley. Shot off the baseline, no good long, and Sweatman goes high for the rebound for the Saints. Christian Sweatman, a mop top, sends it into the corner to Turneau. Cut off by Ansel. High lob out to the man who just entered Mulhall. And now to Sweatman on the right wing. Just under 3 minutes to go first half. Calvary down 7. Sweatman with a runner in the lane. It rolls off the rim. No good. The rebound is tapped out of bounds, and Calvary will keep it as Shirley of Lutheran was last to touch it. 2:54 to go. Calvary cheerleaders are quiet at the moment. Lutheran cheerleaders now in the building. Yeah.
Yes.
There's a steal, and Lutheran comes back the other way off an errant inbounds pass. They almost throw it away, but now Fanning sets it up on the right side. To Merle in the corner. Back out to Fanning along the 3 line. Gallops into the lane. Had a shot stuffed by Mingo. Cleanly to teammate Mulhall. Mulhall falling down is called for the travel at midcourt. He was double-teamed, and he's another one of those kids who is skinny. And Lutheran took the ball away and forced the travel ultimately on Tyler Mulhall. 2:32 to go in the second quarter as Chris Merle gets the ball into play. To the point guard Fanning, who had 10 points in the first quarter, hasn't scored since. Lutheran up by 7. Merle with the ball right of center. Over to Ansel. Into the lane from the right side. Bob Engel's got a foul call. He's going to say it's on the drive before the shot. It's on Mingo. 6 on the team, so no free throws. 2:20 to play in the second quarter, and Ansel will get it into play on the baseline right. A-N-S-E-L-L, Hunter Ansel. Ansel gets it back from Fanning, right side traveled. Kind of skidded to a stop outside the lane. I do think the court is a little slick again.
That's got to be the ice rink underneath.
Periodically has been an issue here at the convention center, and it's almost 3 decades in existence.
You know, they spent all night putting the court in. Had a trade show in here yesterday into last night.
Here's Sweatman going one-on-one. A lot of contact and an offensive foul as he crashed into Shirley in the lane. What a first half Taylor Shirley's had. 7th team foul. No free throws because it was an offensive foul. It's the first one on Sweatman. Shirley is, particularly at the defensive end, done a terrific job for Lutheran, spelling Jake Voigtman, who got the 2 early fouls.
Turnovers even at 7 each way now with that turnover by Sweatman on the charge.
Fanning on the left side over to Reed. They work it right side to Chris Merle, guarded by Sweatman. Now to Reed with 1:50 left in the second quarter. Bounce pass in the lane to Shirley. Back to the basket. Out it goes to Reed. Left of center for a 3. Off the rim, no good. Offensive rebound on a bounce to Merle. Corner Fanning for 3. No good. Another offensive rebound. Reed, bouncer in the lane to Merle. Falling down, no good. But the rebound this time to Ansel and up and in.
How hard did they work for that?
I lost track. Was that 4 shots or 5?
Yeah, 4.
Now a bad reach-in foul on Fanning. That will send Camille to the line at the other end as Lutheran was pressing off the made basket. 8 team fouls, so a 1 bonus for Camille here with Lutheran on top, 23-14. 1:28 to play second quarter. Maybe they should play the loud music as the kids are approaching the free throw line. That's when it seems to quiet in here.
Fans are very...
Well, they're respectful.
Well, and they're enthralled by the game.
1 bonus for Camille. And again, long. Again, Shirley the rebound. And he gets away from some Calvary players who are reaching in for the ball. Is that 8 rebounds for Shirley?
That is 9.
Wow. Fanning with the ball right side. They let him go for a minute. He pops a 3. No good long. Camille clears for Calvary. 1:10 to play first half. 23-14 Lutheran. Darren Price back on for Calvary. Gets the ball over to Devasi Washington, a 5'7" sophomore who is entered. Now in the lane to Mingo, goes to the left hand and scores. Darren Price set up Mingo with a good entry pass. It's 23-16 Lutheran, final minute, second quarter. Calvary back into the 2-3. Lutheran will take their time against the zone and maybe hold for one shot, although Calvary's extending the two guards at the point of that zone. Merle with the ball on the left side. Jump ball circle to Fanning with 35. Lutheran looking for their 10th win. They won 11 games all of last year. Merle with the ball, 28 seconds to play. He's on the left wing in front of the Calvary bench. Lutheran on top, 23-16, and Fanning and Merle play catch. It's in Merle's hands now, and he holds it on the hip with 18 as nobody is within a few feet of him.
Well, as much as Calvary struggled and the foul trouble they have, they're not going to come out of this zone to see if they can defend on the final shot.
Fanning double team with 6 seconds to go. Whips it past to Merle in the lane. He throws up a shot that somehow goes in.
How in the world did that go down?
And off balance, over his back shot. Chris Merle gets it to go in traffic. And the first half comes to an end with Lutheran up by 9. The Crusaders on a crazy play at the end of the half. Take a 25-16 lead on Calvary, and we'll be right back.
In a recent completely unscientific survey, it was determined the average person believes that there are no major differences between one flooring store and another. After more scrutiny of this completely unscientific study, it was determined that there is indeed one flooring center that stood out among the rest.
Yes, Staff Carpet defies the odds with 18 months same as cash financing. Knowledgeable salespeople, and online at staffcarpet.com you'll find information, more facts and data, but so easy to navigate it's nearly foolproof.
Conduct a little unscientific research of your own at staffcarpet.com.
We're visiting with Karen Paisley of Underfanger Moving and Storage. And Karen, a lot of folks really don't realize what an ordeal moving is.
It really is. There's a lot of work when you go to moving, especially if you need to downsize or if you have lived in the same home for 30 years or more. I give them many options, even if they're only moving across the street. I want them to understand what the moving process entails. We have a lot of rules and regulations, and that's whether it's across town, across the state, out of the country, or wherever you want to go. So give Underfanger a call at 546-1711.
Central Illinois winner. For the second half, Hunter Ansel, Cody Fanning, Zach Reed, and Chris Merle. Calvary a little late getting back, and that's Phil Brown probably had an extended conversation with them, so they won't have any time to shoot here before we get set. And having shot only 28% in the first half, that might be an issue.
I think they were over in the tunnel listening to Britney Spears. They were mesmerized. Shut it down, Britney.
Well, if she was here in person, they might be mesmerized.
Remember that one year for the shootout? Was it Martina McBride that we had plastered over about 1/3 of the...
It was billboard size.
Yeah.
It
was more than life size.
Very attractive woman, yeah. That's not there today.
Yeah. No such distraction for the thousands of fans who will be streaming through the convention center during the course of this afternoon and evening.
Please come on in. Good basketball all day and night.
Darren Price has it on the right side. A defensive kick from Merle, so Calvary will inbound the ball again. They had it on alternate possession to start the second half, and they've got to get it going if they want to keep their winning streak alive and their undefeated record in the MSM Conference. Tourneau under the basket to Sweatman. They let him go, and left to the basket he scores. Tourneau with the assist, and Sweatman with the backdoor cut and layup to make it 25-18 Lutheran just like that.
Christian just 4 of 12 shooting. He needs to step it up a little bit for Calvary to rally in this game.
High post right. Voigtman turns around for a set shot that is no good from 17. Rebound to the floor. Merle picks it up with good hustle, but then he flings it past Fanning on the sideline, left it out of bounds. Chris Merle was in traffic, got a little distressed as they came after him, and losing his balance, threw the ball away. Tourneau to forecourt for Calvary against a Lutheran man, guarded by Fanning, over to Winder left of center. Quentin Winder sends a right side of the lane to Whitlock, stumbling a bit, gives to Tourneau. They play a two-man game, back to Whitlock, and he's called for the walk. He was trying to shuffle closer to Voigtman and the basket, and John McAvoy was there to make the travel call and give the ball back to the Crusaders. Glenwood and Woodruff coming up at 1:30, and the shootout at the moment is right on schedule, maybe even ahead of schedule. Merle gets the ball right of the lane to Voigtman. One-on-one move, ducks inside Whitlock. Misses the shot off the front of the rim. Good defense by Whitlock with 3 fouls, and Winder has the rebound for Calvary. Winder, one of several left-handers on the Calvary team, gives to Sweatman, drives down the right side of the lane, fouled by Ansel, and he'll go to the line. Calvary as a team this year has shot 49% from the field. They were at just 28%, as Tim mentioned, in the first half. So Phil Brown talked to them for a long time at halftime, and now Sweatman rims in the free throw. With no warm-ups, they have come out and scored the first 3 points of the second half, and it is 25-19. 6:55 to go, third quarter. Sweatman drills the second free throw. He is the first Saint to double figures with 10, and it's 25-20. So Calvary within 5, and they set up in a 2-3 zone. Reed at the head of the key. Free throw line to Voigtman. Turns left, gives to Reed instead. Now Voigtman gets it back at the high post left. One dribble on Whitlock. No shot out to Fanning, who juggled the pass a bit. Now he hands off to Hunter Ansel, top of the key. Lutheran very methodical this trip to the floor. Ansel launches a 3, no good off the left wing, and Sweatman has the rebound for Calvary. Sweatman to forecourt with the Saints down 5, but on a run. Stops in the lane, throws it up, no good. Rebound, though, to Price. Price under to Winder. Good feed on the shovel low to Sweatman for the basket. That was a good low post to low post pass around 2 Lutheran defenders. All of a sudden, it's a 3-point game, and Brad Jackson, the Lutheran head coach, wants a 30-second timeout. 25-22 Lutheran. We'll be right back.
There is a place like no other, a school like no other, a team like no other, and a career like no other on earth. It's the U.S. Army, and it can make you physically, mentally, and emotionally stronger than you ever thought possible. There's strong, and then there's Army Strong. To see strength like no other, contact your Springfield Army recruiting station at 217-787-2769, or go to goarmy.com, or call 1-800-US-ARMY.
Calvary in the road, deep blue with white numbers and letters, red trim. Lutheran in the home white. They have gray on the numbers, blue on the letters. Attractive-looking home uniforms, relatively new unis, too. They flashed those at us the first time at the Williamsville Holiday Tournament, which had in the roster, unfortunately, their old numbers, which confused all of us.
Here's Voigtman throwing up a shot, no good in the lane, got his own rebound. Whitlock took it away from him, and then Voigtman is called for the reach, and that'll be his third foul as he slams the floor in frustration. He's had a tough afternoon.
Yep. Big Jake, only 2 shots have come here early in the second half after he got in early foul trouble, and now with 3 personals will exit again. And in comes Taylor Shirley, who played well in his stead in the first half with 2 points and 8 boards.
Jake's going to take his time walking out of the active play. 5:53 to go, third quarter. Calvary has scored the first 6 points of the second half. It is 25-22 Lutheran. Chernow at the head of the key, guarded by Fanning, as Lutheran stays in that man. Over on the left wing to Sweatman with a good catch. Bullet post, pass, high post to Winder, drives to the basket and gets a friendly roll. Second basket for Winder, who averages almost 10. And it's a 1-point game, 25-24 Lutheran. Fanning up top, 4-3, no good off the right side of the rim. Rebound collected by Price, and Calvary has a chance to take the lead. Price to forecourt, stop and go drive right side over Merle. Runner off the baseline is good. Tough shot, and Darren Price with the right hand, the natural left-hander, made it look easy. And Calvary has the lead, 26-25, their first lead since early.
Yeah, they were up 5-2 early, but had not led since.
Merle at the head of the key. Saints stay back in his zone. Over to Reed on the left side. High post to Shirley. Backs down his man, but lost the ball. Price, however, stumbled. He may have turned his ankle a little bit. Lost it out of bounds in the corner, and the Crusaders will get it right back. Darren looks like he's okay. Subs in for Calvary. Mingo and Tourneau have re-entered. Ansel to inbound on the baseline left for Lutheran. At long range to Merle. Outside the 3-point line, now to Fanning right of center, right back to Chris Merle, guarded by Winder out of the Calvary zone. Gives to Ansel, cutting it off the left side for a pull-up jumper that is good. Hunter Ansel with 7, his third field goal. He averages 8. And Lutheran seesaws back in front, 27-26. 4:35 left to go third quarter. Head of the key, Tourneau drives left on Fanning. Gives it up in the corner to Price. Price pulls out Merle, takes him one-on-one, got up in the lane. Good defensive play by Merle to strip him, but Price got it back. Out to Sweatman on the bounce. Sweatman drives in and throws it up and in off the right side. Christian Sweatman's had an outstanding start to the second half, 8 of his 14 points. And Calvary's back up 128-27. 4:10 left in the third. Fanning a jump stop in the lane, got it to go and was fouled.
Had to get through a couple of defenders right at the free throw line, was able to skip in. And on the pop, got the shot to fall. He was fouled by Justin Tourneau of Calvary, and the free throw coming for Fanning. Made a couple earlier at the foul line in the first quarter.
Lutheran back in front 29-28, 12 points for Fanning. And it's on the rim and in. So 13 for Cody Fanning, who averages 14.5. 30-28, Lutheran by 2. Midway through the third quarter. Price to forecourt. One-on-one move around Merle in the lane. Throws it up with the right-hand air ball. Rebound, Mingo. Over the rim, no good in traffic. Camille, an offensive rebound. He's triple-teamed in the lane and has to hustle it back out to the perimeter. Now to Sweatman on the right side and Justin Tourneau. Down low to Mingo. Around Shirley with the left hand, won't go. Shirley, who has played a terrific defensive game, gets another rebound. He has been invaluable to Brad Jackson off the Lutheran bench in this game with Voigtman in foul trouble. Fanning on the left side, up top to Reed for Lutheran. No look pass to Shirley. Around Mingo. Right-hand shot won't go. Rebound Price. 1-on-3. Doesn't care. Now he slows it up on the left side. Keeps the dribble going. Gives to Sweatman. Down the lane. To the basket. Up and in.
What a good third quarter for Christian Sweatman. 10 points in the period.
He's got 16 on the afternoon to lead everybody, and we're tied at 30 with 3 minutes to go in the third. Fanning takes a pass, drives into the lane, throws up an air ball with one hand from 10 feet. Price has the rebound for Calvary. Number 23 in blue with a white numeral. Price spinning. Merle, good reach in and a clean strip. Headman's intending for Fanning, picked off by Tourneau, gives to Mingo to the basket, lays it up and in. Colin Mingo from Justin Tourneau off the steal of the outlet pass, and Calvary's up 2, 32-30. 2:35 to go, third quarter. Merle, his jersey now untucked, has the ball just right of center for Lutheran. Bounces to Reed on the sideline right. Zach Reed growing his winter beard, gives to Merle, a reach in by Camille, picked up by Reed off the loose ball. On the left wing now to Cody Fanning. Lutheran down 2 with the ball, 2:15 to play third quarter. Merle left side for 3 in the lead. Online but long, and the rebound to Price, who has dominated the defensive glass this quarter. Outlets to Sweatman across half court with 2 minutes to play, third quarter. Sweatman drives in, turns to the basket, and falling down, hits again.
He hasn't missed a shot in the period, 5 for 5.
18 for Sweatman.
Couldn't make one in the first half.
What a turnaround for Christian Sweatman, who averages 8. He's more than twice his per-game average with 18. 34-30, Calvary up 4. It's their biggest lead. Here's Fanning driving left baseline. Beautiful no-look push pass to Shirley in front of the basket.
Nice assist for Cody Fanning, 5'10 senior guard for Lutheran, to get his teammate Shirley an easy bucket.
34-32, Calvary by 2. 1:25 left in the third. Sweatman, why not? But this time dribbles off his leg. Camille picks it up out to Tourneau on the left side perimeter. Calvary keeping the ball in Sweatman's hands at the offensive end. He has had a monster third quarter. Camille, cross-court pass intended for Sweatman, deflected ultimately off his hands and out of bounds to Lutheran. Good play by Zach Reed to get into the passing lane.
Cash Wingard is back in for Lutheran.
And Clemens Ahiable, a 5'11 sophomore, is in for Calvary. Fanning to the top of the key for Lutheran. Dribble drive, right side to Reed. A wide open 3 is good.
Zach Reed had chucked up a couple of threes in the first half that weren't close, but that one hit nothing but the net.
And Lutheran takes the lead, 35-34, with 5 straight points. Final minute of the third quarter. Tourneau with the ball on the left wing. Lutheran now in a matchup zone to Sweatman. They're trying to cut down his dribble drive, so he's going to step out and shoot a 3, and he still can't miss. Hits the 3.
Wow, what a third quarter for Christian Sweatman.
He has been sizzling with 6 of 6 from the field. And the lead for Calvary, 36-35, 25 seconds. Fanning with a good drive, knifing through the zone, gets to the basket from the right side and scores. And Lutheran in front, 37-36. Here comes Sweatman, a runner in the lane. He finally missed. It rolled off the rim. He took the shot with 15 seconds, and then a reach-in foul on Camille as Shirley grabbed his 10th rebound.
We had a scoreboard issue a moment ago. Sweatman hit a 3, but only 2 got posted on the scoreboard. And it's probably a scoreboard mechanical issue rather than someone not knowing that it was a 3-point basket. So the correct score is now on the board, 37-all.
Sweatman with that basket, Tim, has 15 in the quarter.
Yes.
He's missed just one shot, the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Reach-in foul was on Camille there. Lutheran with 7 seconds to play in this tie game. Sends it on the left side. Ansel, the jumper at the buzzer, no good from 17. Actually, just before the horn, as you may have noticed. But no chance for Calvary to do anything with the rebound. We'll head to the fourth quarter with Calvary having come back from 9 down at halftime. We're tied at 37. Back in a minute.
Hey, high school basketball fans, when you're looking for a delicious pregame meal or postgame snack, the answer is real simple. Head for Joe Rupnick's Pasta House Company Restaurant or the Dublin Pub. Both locations are open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner, and late enough to stop by after the game. Nothing better than an original Vic's pizza right after the game at the Dublin Pub. High school sports fans' best choice for food and drink anytime, the Pasta House Company on Veterans Parkway next to Best Buy, and the Dublin Pub in the Town and Country Shopping Center on MacArthur.
Complete Care Pharmacy announces Script Talk. This new technology lets your pill bottle label actually speak your prescription information. Fine print, unreadable or confusing labels, they're all in the past. And just like Complete Care Pharmacy's free delivery service of any purchase you make, they will not charge extra for the service. Ask your Complete Care Pharmacy downtown Springfield on 5th and in the Chatham Medical Center about Script Talk, an easy new way to safeguard your medications.
On to the third quarter in this shootout game of the center. Lutheran Calvary tied at 37 as you hear Doug Strom whistle him back to play.
Cash Wingert has re-entered for Lutheran. He inbounds the ball to Fanning against the zone. Wingert on the left side across the court to Reed with a good catch, a below pass. Reed steps up to the 3 line, doesn't shoot, delivers to Fanning on the right side. Back to Reed, thought about a 3, didn't take it. Now to Wingert with the ball. Hands off to Fanning. Lutheran has run 20 seconds off the clock. Calvary stays back in a 2-3 zone. On the left side, Zach Reed up top to Fanning. Fanning steps in against Tourneau. No shot available. Gives to Wingert. High post to Voigtman, who's back on. Now Reed, corner left. Fanning for 3 in the lead. Knocked down. He'll shoot 3 free throws.
Foul will be assessed against Tyler Mulhall of Calvary as he flashed at Fanning late. Cody Fanning's shot was not going to go in. It was off target. But he'll shoot 3 at the line, where he is 3 for 3 so far today.
Just the third team foul on Calvary this half. There haven't been many fouls called here in the second half either way. Fanning up over 80% now. Misses wide to the right, though, on the first of 3. Christian Sweatman will come in after the second free throw.
The basket at the east end of the center is cursed for free throw shooters.
And this one is no good also.
It is cursed.
The rim appears to be straight.
I think the rim's fine. The background is okay. They look up at the big shootout banner up in the east rafters and miss free throws.
And Fanning finally did get the third one to go. He had made all 3 at the other end. No, actually, he had made 1 at that east end in the third quarter as well. So he's 2 of 4 shooting at that basket, 2 of 2 at the other. 38-37, Lutheran on top by 1. And Mulhall, who just fouled the 3-point shooter, is out for Sweatman. Tourneau on the right side bounces low to Whitlock, defended by Voigtman. Right of center, Sweatman, one-on-one with Wingert. A bounce pass deflected out of bounds. I think it should be...
No, they got it right. It was off of
it's going to go to Lutheran.
Off the feet of Tourneau.
I saw the ball kick on a deflection and thought it had been a Lutheran player who deflected it, but you had a better look than I. Lutheran ball, Fanning to forecourt. Over on the right side to Wingert, 6:52 to go. Dangerous pass to Fanning, almost intercepted. Fanning comes down the lane, left side, holds up on the dribble. Free throw line to Wingert, jumper, rimming, no. Sweatman goes way up high and tips the rebound to himself. 6'2 senior Christian Sweatman. Planning perhaps to
hurt.
Yeah, what happened? Get hit in the eye?
Got hit in the eye. I don't know whether he was wearing a contact got jarred loose. He says he's okay.
Rubbing his left eye.
Yeah. Looks like he's going to be all right. Go stand again.
Turneau will come on. Who came out for Calvary?
Well, they don't have 6 out there.
That's all that matters. Winder out there with
Mulhall that exited.
All right. Price, Sweatman, Turneau, Ansel, Winder. Well, Ansel's on Lutheran. Jump shot no good for Turneau from the high post right. He airballed it. Shirley the rebound. Outlets to Fanning. Races the other way. In on Turneau. Misses from left of the basket. Rebound battle picked up by Winger with good hustle as he goes down to the floor. He shoveled the ball to Voigtman, who has his first basket of the game. And Lutheran's up 3, 40-37. Voigtman averages 11.4. He's had foul trouble, and he gets his first 2 points. 3 try, no good. Price off the left wing. It goes over the backboard on the rebound, and it goes out of bounds to Lutheran.
Darren Price has had a quiet day today. He's 2 of 6 shooting.
Yeah, he can be an explosive player at the offensive end. Hasn't taken a lot of shots in this game. He's done some good work with his defensive rebounding. Lutheran up 3. They get Merle back into the game. Voigtman has the ball left side, steps a big step towards the basket and scores off glass.
That's what they need Jake Voigtman to do. He's 6'8", go to the hole.
And Lutheran all of a sudden is back up by 5, 42-37, 5:35 to go. Winder on the right side. Whitlock posting. They get it to him, but he lost it. Well defended from behind, and that guy again, Shirley, comes up with the ball for the Crusaders. 5:25 to go. Lutheran protecting a 5-point lead. Come to forecourt. Wingard has the ball, gives to Merle, left alone, but didn't take the 3. On the baseline to Voigtman, 1 dribble, goes to the basket, up and in.
I thought he was going to go all the way in, but he stopped and popped it from 5 feet left baseline and got it down.
44-37 as Lutheran has scored the first 7 points of the fourth quarter. 5 minutes to go. Turneau right side. Hands off to Winder. Fans his dribble left, comes back right. Turneau in the corner. A big 3. No good. Rebound to Fanning. Turneau left it short. And Fanning will slow things up. As he comes across half court, Cody Fanning has scored 16 for Lutheran. Gets the ball, free throw line to the hot hand Voigtman. He's going to skip down the lane and lay it up and in.
Made all 4 shots here in the fourth quarter.
Well, they kept him on the bench with 2 fouls for much of the first half, and it's paid off here. He's out there with 3. And timeout Calvary.
8 of the 9 points that Lutheran has scored here in the fourth.
46-37 Lutheran. 4:31 to go fourth quarter. Back to the shootout in 1 minute.
People all over are saving money at Meijer and loving it, like the Tomlin family from Cold Spring, Kentucky, who love our 5,000 weekly price drops so much they can't stop whoop-whooping. Can I get a whoop-whoop? Whoop-whoop! Can I get a whoop-whoop? Whoop-whoop! Give me another whoop-whoop. Whoop-whoop! One more whoop-whoop. Whoop-whoop! With everyday low prices and over 5,000 price drops each week, people love saving money here. Meijer. Higher standards, lower prices.
Sportsmanship, teamwork, commitment, self-confidence, dealing with success, and overcoming adversity are all lessons through athletics. But none of these could have been learned without the help of invaluable mentors in the lives of young athletes. Become a Big Brother, Big Sister school-based mentor, and you can be that person in the life of a child. Volunteer to spend your lunch hour 1 day a week with a child at his or her school and help build the foundation for success not only in athletics, but in life. Become a Big Brother or Big Sister. Little moments, big magic.
A United Way agency.
WFMB Springfield.
Minute after 1 o'clock on this Saturday afternoon, the 1:30 game today here at the Shootout at the center is Glenwood and Peoria Woodruff. In this game, Calvary and Lutheran battling. It's been a good start to the fourth quarter for Springfield Lutheran. They have scored all 9 points so far in the first 3.5 minutes of the quarter, and they lead this game 46-37.
Calvary inbounds the basketball. Turneau on the point, comes to forecourt, gives it up on the right side to Mingo. High post to Winder. Fade away 2. No good. Left it short. Fanning the 1-bounce rebound. 4:15 to go. The Saints' undefeated record in the MSM conference in jeopardy here. Their 6-game winning streak on the line as well. Wingard hands off to Fanning, and Brad Jackson wants his team to run a little clock. Fanning, dribble drive around Winder, though, got to the basket, and a blocking foul will send him to the line. Exactly 4 minutes to go in the game, and Fanning, who has made 4 out of 6, will shoot 2 more. Foul was called on Justin Tourneau.
Lutheran has scored 11 unanswered points since it was 37-35 Calvary late in the third.
And Fanning's free throw is good, so that run is extended to 12. Camille and Whitlock enter for Winder and Price, who have been a little frustrated here, particularly in the second half for Calvary. All of a sudden, the Lutheran lead is 10. And Fanning's free throw is on the rim. This one's no good, and Mingo has the rebound for Calvary. 47-37 Lutheran. Sweatman, long bounce pass ahead to Camille, left side, low to Whitlock, banks it home. Clayton Whitlock's first field goal. He has 3 as he's been in foul trouble in this game. 47-39 Lutheran, 3:40 left. Neither team close to the bonus. Wingert backs it out, gives it to Taylor Shirley on the sideline right. It's been a super reserve for Lutheran. Now to Merle on the left side. High post to Voigtman. Hands off to Merle, left side, looking away from the basket. Backdoor pass, Fanning slides in, feeds a low to Voigtman. Great feed for the left side layup.
Through the defense as he rolled into the right side of the lane, did Cody Fanning, and there was Big Jake standing at the low block on the left side for an easy 2.
49-39, Lutheran by 10 again. Whitlock with the pass, catching it on the low block, forces up a shot, no good, got his rebound over Voigtman and scored.
Boy, Whitlock worked hard for that because Voigtman knocked away the first shot attempt, and Whitlock went and got it and put it back in.
49-41, Lutheran's lead down to 8 with 2:52 left in the game. Merle with the ball on the dribble. Again to Fanning, cutting into the lane. Got up in the air. Low to Voigtman again, who scores.
Beautifully done.
How about that combination the last 2 trips?
Well, you had Sweatman for Calvary, who couldn't miss in the third, and Jake Voigtman's hit 6 unanswered baskets without a miss here in this fourth quarter.
Set up by Fanning on 2 consecutive trips. 51-41. Mingo got it up on the rim from left of the basket. It rolled off, almost went in.
4th foul on Big Jake Voigtman of Lutheran on that foul.
And 2 free throws for Colin Mingo. Still time for Calvary, but they've got to get it going, down 10. And Colin Mingo, the left-hander, hits the free throw. Mingo, 6'3" sophomore with 7. If Lutheran wins this game, they'll be 3-1 in the MSM. Calvary will be 5-1. Kincaid suffered their first loss in the conference when Calvary beat them at the Saints Gym last night. A season ago, Franklin and Calvary tied for the conference title at 7-1. Mingo's free throw is good. He has 8, and 8 is the Lutheran lead, 51-43 with 2:25 to go. And Calvary is not close to sending Lutheran to the line. They've committed just 4 fouls as a team. Fanning goes head to the key to Voigtman, over to Chris Merle on the right side. High post right to Fanning, tripped, fouled by Zach Camille down on the floor. That'll be the 5th team foul. Fanning's a hard worker. They list him at 5'10". What do you think?
Probably 5'8".
Yeah. Handles the ball well, handles himself well. Inbounds pass to Shirley. Out to Merle with 2:08 to go. Cross court to Reed. Thought about a 3. Brad Jackson almost had a heart attack at the Lutheran bench, but his player elected not to take it. Merle left side, left alone. He's going to take the 3 and make it.
The heart palpitations until it goes in.
Big 3-point basket for Chris Merle, 54-43. He's got 9. Whitlock at the other end, inside Voigtman, who stood his ground, missed the shot, the ball out of bounds, and Calvary will keep it on the blocked shot. 1:42 to go.
Off the Calvary bench, Christian Sweatman re-enters. 1:42 to go. He had that big third quarter. Hasn't taken a shot here in the fourth. Part of that is because Jake Voigtman's been inside where Sweatman was working hard and getting baskets in the third.
I don't know if the eye injury that he suffered has impacted his playing time, too. He was rubbing his left eye earlier this half. Inbounds pass to Mingo, turns right to the basket and scores.
Nice post move.
Yeah. 10 for Colin Mingo. He's been good off the bench. 54-45, Calvary down 9. They press with 1:30. Still have a foul to give before Lutheran goes to the line. Handoff, Reed to Fanning. Fanning across half court with 1:24. Back out to Reed, and now Fanning. Calvary's going to have to start fouling if they don't get his steal, and now they do. Or was timeout called? Timeout at the Lutheran bench before the Crusaders turn the ball over. A minute 19 to play. Lutheran on top, 54-45. Back in a minute.
Your future starts now at Springfield College Benedictine University. You are invited to join us on Saturday, January 24th for Campus Visit Day. Campus Visit Day is for students and parents. From 9 to 11, you and your parents will tour the campus, meet current students and faculty, and learn about degree offerings and financial aid. See how well you'll fit in at Springfield College Benedictine University. Go to sci.edu to RSVP your attendance to Campus Visit Day on Saturday, January 24th.
Baxter, it's going to be another late night.
Billing time, sir?
Yes, but don't worry. I'll let you go in time for dinner at the Sunrise Cafe, 2nd and South Grand, right?
Yes, sir.
You seem cheerful.
Of course, Mr. Featherstein. The Sunrise Cafe has new hours from 6 a.m. till 8 p.m.
8 p.m.? So why so happy? Is it Hamburger Dan's fresh-to-order burgers? Or is it those grilled onions? Maybe it's those hand-scooped milkshakes.
Oh, I love them all, sir. But if you're letting me go in time to catch the sunrise, I'm going home early. Sunrise, here I come.
Deliveries accepted here at the center today of those great burgers at Sunrise Cafe. Courtside, we're here.
Anything free? That's for me.
1:15 to go. Good game.
Fanning across half court for Lutheran. Hands off to Reed. Reed dribbles to the free throw line. Swings a low to Voigtman. Put it up. No good as Whitlock came to defend, but Voigtman got his own rebound. It comes loose. It's picked up by Ansel, who scores a garbage basket from right of the rim.
Big hoop.
56-45. Lutheran up 11, down to 55 seconds to play. Sweatman steps on the gas in the lane. Lost it. Good reaching by Merle, who's defended well. He comes up with a loose ball, and that ought to do it. 48 seconds to play. Merle is fouled, but that's only 6 on Calvary, as they call it on Sweatman. So unless Lutheran coughs up a huge lead in the final 47.7, they will win their 10th game and 17 this year. Merle to inbound to Fanning under the Calvary basket. They're going to have to foul him if they can't pry it loose quickly. Fanning against pressure finally was fouled as he crossed half court. Winder clipped him with 41 seconds. Big win for Lutheran here. They'll go to 10-7 if they hold on to this lead with 41 seconds to play. They opened the season at Pittsfield in the Thanksgiving tournament, split 4 games. Free throw for Fanning on the front end of the one and bonus. Rolls off the rim, no good. And Whitlock has the rebound for Calvary. They got 5 games in the Williamsville tournament, which had 13 teams in kind of an unusual format. Lost in the consolation title game to Williamsville. Here's a missed 3 by Winder, but then a turnover by Lutheran. Mingo missed a layup. Ansel gets it ahead to Merle. 20 seconds to play. The layup won't go, but Merle is fouled by Quentin Winder. Yeah, Lutheran has played 9 tournament games, and this is their 8th non-tournament game so far.
And, of course, they play in a big conference, the MSM. Got 10 teams. Calvary's in there, and Lutheran, of course. Kincaid, Waverly, Lincolnwood, Tri-City, Morrisonville, Franklin, the team we saw here this morning. Edinburgh, Northwestern, they're all in the MSM.
Free throw is no good for Merle. It is mostly smaller schools, although Lutheran did get bumped up.
They are 2A now.
2A this year. They were, even with the multiplier, they were 1A before. So these teams cannot meet in the postseason because Calvary, with only 82 students, is Merle rather embarrassed by his second free throw attempt, which hit nothing. He missed them both, but it'll be academic. Nice win for Lutheran. Calvary's 6-game winning streak will be snapped. Sweatman drives in, forces over Merle, and airball 3. Mingo the rebound with 10. Blocked out of there by Voigtman. Ahead to Fanning, and they may just dribble out the clock. 6 seconds. Fanning across half court. Lutheran fans applaud as the game comes to an end, and Lutheran wins 56-45 over Calvary. Auburn and Springfield Lutheran, the early winners. And the 2009 Athletic Care St. John's Hospital Sports Radio 1450 Shootout. The final again, Lutheran 56, Calvary 45. Back after this timeout.
What if there